Hey everyone, and welcome to Love Dogs. Today we're diving into something super important for every single dog owner out there. We all love sharing our lives with our dogs, and sometimes that means sharing our food too. But what you're about to hear might surprise you. Some of the foods we eat every day can be really, really dangerous for our furry friends. So stick around, because what you learn in the next few minutes could honestly save your dog's life. Come on, be honest. We've all been there, right? You're sitting down, enjoying a nice meal, and then you feel it. That little stare. You look down, and there are those big, beautiful, pleading eyes just begging for a tiny bite. It's so hard to say no. It feels like you're just sharing a little bit of love. But what if that loving gesture, that tiny little treat, was secretly causing harm? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Today, we're counting down 8 common foods that are hiding in plain sight in your kitchen, but that you should absolutely never feed your dog. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, starting our list at number 8 is the one most of us probably already know about, chocolate. But it's so important we have to talk about it. Let me be crystal clear here. For a dog, chocolate isn't a treat, it's a poison. Even a little tiny piece can lead to some really big problems. So what's the deal with chocolate? Well, it contains something called theobromine. Our bodies can handle it, no problem. But for dogs, it's a completely different story. Their bodies can't break it down properly, so it builds up and starts to attack their heart and nervous system. So if your dog ever gets into some chocolate, you need to watch for signs like vomiting, shaking, being super restless, or even seizures. It's just not worth it, you guys. All right, coming in at number 7 is avocado. And I know, this one surprises a lot of people. We think of it as this amazing, healthy superfood, right? But this is a perfect example of how something that's great for us can be a total no-go for our dogs. So here's the problem. Avocados have a toxin in them called persin. For dogs, this can cause some pretty nasty stomach upset, like vomiting and diarrhea. But that's not even the only danger. You've got that giant pit in the middle, right? That thing is a major, major choking hazard. And if they swallow it, it can cause a life-threatening blockage in their intestines. So it's a double whammy of danger. Okay, number 6 is a big one because it's a treat so many of us give our dogs: peanut butter. Now hold on, don't panic. The peanut butter itself isn't the problem. The real danger is a sneaky little ingredient that's hiding in a lot of sugar-free or healthier brands. And that ingredient is called xylitol. You've probably seen it on labels. It's a really common sugar substitute used in things like chewing gum, mints, and yes, some types of peanut butter. And for our dogs, this stuff is extremely toxic, like seriously dangerous. So here's what happens, and it happens fast. When a dog eats xylitol, it causes their blood sugar to crash, like immediately. This can lead to them just collapsing or having seizures, sometimes within minutes. And even if they survive that, it can cause their liver to fail. This is why you have to, and I mean have to, read the label every single time you buy peanut butter for your pup. Okay, we're at the halfway point, number 5, and this is the one we told you not to ignore. Instant noodles. Yeah, I know. It seems so harmless. You're making a quick late-night snack, and your dog is giving you the look. But trust me, sharing this is a really, really bad idea. Basically, instant noodles are like the ultimate junk food for a dog. First off, they're loaded, and I mean loaded, with salt. This can make your dog super thirsty, cause vomiting, or even tremors. And then there's that little seasoning packet. Think of it as a little pouch of chemicals and preservatives that puts a huge strain on your dog's kidneys. Just not good. It all comes down to a really simple rule, and it's a good one to remember. Your snack should stay your snack. A dog's body just isn't built to handle all the processed stuff we eat. All right, on to the next one. At number 4, we've got another really common temptation: roasted chicken. Oh man, you can just picture it, can't you? You're carving a beautiful chicken for dinner. The whole house smells amazing. It feels so right to just toss a little piece to your dog waiting patiently at your feet. But you guessed it, this can cause some big problems. There are actually 3 dangers lurking here. First, that delicious crispy skin, it's full of fat and salt,
which can trigger something called pancreatitis, a really painful condition for dogs. Second, think about the seasonings we use. Things like onion and garlic powder are actually toxic for dogs and can damage their red blood cells. And finally, and this is a big one, cooked bones. They become really brittle and can splinter into sharp little pieces, which can tear up a dog's throat or stomach. It's a nightmare scenario.
All right, coming in at number 3, we have nuts. They seem so small and harmless, but for a dog, they can be like little landmines just waiting to cause a problem. Okay, so the absolute worst of the bunch are macadamia nuts. They are straight up toxic to dogs and can cause weakness, shaking, and fever. But even with other nuts, you're not out of the woods. Most of them are super high in fat, which again can stress out the pancreas. And then there's the simple physical risk. Larger nuts like almonds or cashews are a serious choking hazard or can cause blockages. Okay, everyone, listen up, because number 2 is critically important. We're talking about grapes and raisins. And I really, really need you to hear this. Even one single grape can be lethal to a dog. There is absolutely no safe amount. None. The reason grapes are so terrifying is that they can cause sudden and irreversible kidney failure. And what's really strange is that scientists still don't know exactly what it is in grapes that's so poisonous. And remember, raisins are just dried grapes, so they're even more concentrated and more dangerous. If you think, even for a second, that your dog might have eaten a grape or raisin, you need to treat it like a serious emergency. Call your vet immediately. And here we are at our number 1 most dangerous food. And this one might be the most shocking because it's something so many people give their dogs as a super special treat. We're talking about deli meats and bacon. Yeah, that little piece of bacon you sneak 'em from your breakfast plate, it's just not the treat you think it is. These processed meats are a triple threat. 1, they are packed with salt, which can cause vomiting. 2, the fat content is off the charts, making it a huge trigger for pancreatitis. And 3, they're full of preservatives and chemicals that add a ton of stress to your dog's system. It's just not good for them on any level. Okay, so let's do a super quick recap. The 8 big ones to keep away from your dog are number 8, chocolate, 7, avocado, 6, peanut butter with xylitol, 5, instant noodles, 4, roasted chicken, 3, nuts, 2, grapes and raisins, and our number 1, deli meats and bacon. Just knowing this list is a huge step in keeping your best friend safe and sound. So I have to ask, which one of these surprised you the most? For me, it was probably the instant noodles. Let us know down in the comments. Sharing what you've learned could really help out another dog parent in our community. And there you have it. Being a great dog parent is all about being informed, and we really hope this explainer helped you do just that. If you want more tips on how to keep your dog as safe, happy, and healthy as possible, make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of our Love Dogs family. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.